another day breaks in Wiltshire at the house in Calne. Now, before Julia and I go out to explore the lovely county again, domestic duties demanded our attention. I'm looking for Julia's jeans. I know that sounds bizarre. It's Tuesday today, our day 3, I think. Is it day 3 or day 4? Wait a minute, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, day 4. And, oh, here we go. We take various different clothes with us when we go out in the van. But today is wash day. We thought there's a washing machine here, so we thought we'd take advantage and wash some clothes. I'm running out. So, wash some smalls and shirts and trousers and, well, basically what clothes are. So going to do that. We're going to meet up with Woody Jenny later today, one of our viewers. Now, I'm not sure if she's going to want to be filmed. She might not want to be filmed, so I don't know if that's going to work out. But we may also go for a walk along the Wiltshire and Berkshire Canal, but it really depends what the weather is doing. It's a bit windy and it's been wet and it's just dark clouds, so we'll see how we go. What are you doing, Julia?
Trying to decide which shoe looks less ridiculous.
Well, they both look ridiculous like that. Maybe if you put the other one on one foot and the other one on the other. Yeah, they look alright.
My sock's a bit screwed up. Do they?
Don't you think?
Helping that sock wasn't screwed up.
Is
I've come to accept that I almost always look ridiculous, but you know.
You don't always look ridiculous.
You know what? I don't care. I'm comfortable. This is what I'm going to wear. Because these, although they're nice, they have, one of them at least has a big nail hole through it.
Oh.
So any puddles and it just sucks straight up. And then my foot goes, ooh, squidge, squidge, squidge. That's not nice.
Right, so I've got some. I know you've got to get your washing, haven't you, Julia?
You got some of it there.
I just want to find where the washing machine is. There's a utility room somewhere. Oh yeah, here we go. You've already sussed this out, haven't you, Julia?
Yeah.
So until you've got your washing, are we going to do it all in one load or two?
I don't mind doing it in one.
Well, I'm sure mine.
It makes sense because you've got half a load, I've got half a load.
Well, we'll have a whole load between us then. I shove mine in. I think the pockets are empty. You were all ready, weren't you?
I did already put it in a pile.
Oh, well done. One of the things that we have to do in the mornings is fill up the coal box. Coal box? Cool box. Enough with this domestic stuff. Let's get out. Ah, that's better. Today we thought we would come down and follow the Wiltshire and Berkshire Canal, and there is this walk. Although looking on the OS map, it sort of follows the old route of the canal. This is part of the canal that's now no longer in use, and I think we just walk. We're just going to go and take a stroll along the river that goes, the walk that goes near the River Marden, I think, and where the canal used to be, or close to. I think. I don't know, really.
I found London plane trees. They're
Lovely.
beautiful. Lovely. Lovely hybrid.
The 52-mile canal officially opened in September 1810, but sadly it didn't last very long. Are you walking on water, Julia?
Yeah, not only am I walking on air, I can walk on water now.
Oh my God, the skills that this girl has.
That was a funny joke.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I love the fact that they've put a boat in the lock and they filled it in, so it's just here as a relic and people can walk across it.
And it shows you what for kids who don't know what canals are.
Yeah.
That there was a canal here, a system, the Berkshire and Wiltshire Canal, and this is what a small canal boat would look like. And everybody can remember that it's here. It's not all been filled in, although part of it has.
Yeah, I love the fact that there is an information board that tells a little bit of the history of the canals and their importance.
Definitely. Oh, right. And then behind us, look, it said Castle Fields on a gate that we just came up just a few seconds ago. And I reckon there must have been a castle here. I don't know whether it was a Motte and Bailey or anything. It might be worth peering up at that on another occasion, which is just behind us. But we're going to try and see how much of the canal we can see. Captain Vobes at the helm of HMS Explorer. Yeah, well, maybe not. I think it's great that this canal is still in water. It's been abandoned, and the Wiltshire and Berkshire Canal Restoration Society or Trust or whatever they're called, I think are trying to put it back into water, a bit like the Shrewsbury to Newport Canal. So that's really exciting. It'd be great to have another canal system open for boaters. It's got water. It's very shallow, of course. It's silted up. I think it was in operation for just over 100 years. I'm going to see if I can remember the dates now. How notorious I am with the dates. So 1794 to 1871 it was running. Don't know too much about it, but up ahead I think there's a canal bridge to look at. Let's go and have a look. 1794, or a year earlier, was when the canal route was surveyed. By 1841, some 30 years after opening, the Great Western Railway was completed from London to Bristol, and consequently robbed the trade, and slowly the canal fell into disuse.
So we're here in Calne, and the day before yesterday we were over there in Chippenham, and this is a lovely long stretch actually. It goes from Trowbridge through Swindon up to Abingdon, and from Swindon also up to Cricklade, connecting up with the Stroudwater navigation.
Yeah, Stroud it is.
Stroud. Ah, fantastic. Oh, and it also connects with the Kennet and Avon.
Oh, right.
It looks like. That's amazing. What a good map.
I saw you just looking at the sign, Julia.
Yes.
What's that about then?
This is a lovely little well. It's called...
A lovely little what, sorry?
Well.
Well.
Or spring.
Spring, oh,
Chavy
right.
Well it's called. And between, I think it was 1880 and 1890, yep, there was an outbreak of typhoid or something, but this was the only fresh water that everyone relied on until a new source came from Calstone.
Oh, right. In Worthing, where we were, there were outbreaks of typhoid, and there was a massive outbreak that killed lots of people, and I think it was the Downs water that saved them there. So this is a pure source of water, uncontaminated.
Yes, and I've even spotted some tiny freshwater shrimp in there.
Ooh, is that lunch? No,
Don't
not even as big
it.
as a fingernail.
No, they're tiny.
Following the towpath, the old towpath. You all right?
It's got stung.
Got stung. Yes, I'm in shorts. I changed into my shorts and that was probably a silly idea because
Ancient wisdom.
yeah, easily done, isn't it? We're on a path that's very overgrown, and I don't know that many people come down here. Well, maybe they do. It's actually between two flowing waters. Well, one's not flowing because it's the canal. The other one is because it's a river, and it's the river
Marden. I
Marden.
was just trying to check information.
And we are betwixt the two, betwixt and between. The river is this side. Don't know if you can see it down there. And then the canal. And of course, it's so easy to see the difference because one's flowing, obviously, and the other one isn't. And the one that's not flowing has got that. I don't know what it is. I don't want to call it scum, but it's got that deposits of green.
It's got a film on it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, the kind of mossy.
Yeah. I know. I can't think of it.
Called?
What is it called?
It's got a name, and I'm sure I know it.
We are dim, really, aren't we?
Yeah.
Dim we may be, but we are enjoying all the lovely nature. Is that a giant hogweed with its poisonous leaves? Butterfly doesn't seem to mind. We've just moved on a little bit further and lost sight of the canal, found sight of the canal, and now it's sort of very much silted up, filled up, dried out a little bit. It's a bit boggy in places. I'm standing in the middle of it. And I've just had the scare of my life because as I crept out here, I wasn't filming, this bloody pheasant suddenly leapt from within inches of me, scared the living daylights out of me.
I was actually over there trying to hug a big willow tree, and I just heard Richard yell, "Wah!"
Wah!
So I was like, da, 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 Richard needs help. Do, 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 do.
Yeah, I did. Oh my goodness, my heart's still pounding.
It's fine.
It is actually boggy, so you have to be a bit careful.
Yeah,
but
I'm standing on logs, so you're not standing on logs?
Yeah, there are logs here. Captain's logs. I'm just trying to... You can't really see it, but it runs behind me there and ahead of me. And it's clearly in the dip. But anyway, you saw a tree.
I did. A lovely big willow.
Let's go and have a look at it.
Yeah, mind us, nettle.
Oh, yes. Get out of the way, nettle. Beautiful tree.
Sorry?
I said it's a beautiful tree. That's the river that's on the other side, and the river is wiggly and windy, isn't it? So you can see
around the tree actually.
Oh yeah, that tree was probably there before the river. Well, before the canal maybe. Who knows?
It does look quite old.
My point was the river is wiggly and the canal is straight, which is why they would have, not used.
The canal,
yeah, not used the river. Plus, the fact the river is quite narrow and
it's not really
deep
navigable.
enough. No, exactly. That's what.
By coracle, probably.
Yeah, should have brought my coracle up. Time was ticking, so we halted our canal jaunt and headed back. We've just doubled back. We couldn't really go very long along the canal path, that walk, because we're hoping to meet, as we said before, Woody Jenny. Now, I don't know if she'll be up for being filmed, but on the way back, I just thought I'd just have a quick poke up at this castle area to see if there really was a castle. And we saw this sign here, Calne Castle, rediscovered. And what does it tell us, Julia?
It says, history tells us that Maud, also known as Matilda of England, granddaughter of William the Conqueror, stayed at a castle in Calne on her way from Arundel to Bristol in 1139.
Yeah, so that's quite some time ago. And then there's a picture of the castle that presumably was here, or castellated house, really. And And then
it's got the one defensive tower, hasn't it? And then
Yeah.
basically a house attached to it.
And then in front of us, this is what's really great. They've done the excavation and they've put a little hedge round to mark out where it was. So we can see that where the tower was, which was just behind us here, and then the area of the house. We don't actually have any masonry or anything. There's a beautiful Georgian place behind it.
So up until 2010, there had been no indication of a church anywhere.
A house? Oh, church?
Sorry, no, the castle. There'd been no indication up until 2010. There'd been no indication of a castle up here, apart from certain street names, Castle Fields, Castle this, Castle that.
Oh, right.
So, but then they did some ground-penetrating radar and discovered some disturbance underneath the topsoil. So enough to warrant an excavation. So they excavated in 2010, and there's some pictures of what they found. Obviously, the image of the castle there is their approximation of what it would have looked like.
So more, as we said before, a fortified house really than a genuine castle. But it is the time of castles, 1139. So
it does indicate that there would have been some sort of wooden fort here long before
that. Oh, right. Like so a Motte and Bailey, because we were on a big hill. So that makes sense as well.
And obviously the river right next to it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I have to look that up. Certainly that's what happened down in the south. I guess that may have happened here in Wiltshire, further west, that the Normans came, they built their Mottes and Baileys, and then as the families changed hands, the original castle or the original manor house changed in its nature and became fortified houses as the threat changed throughout the centuries. And it's interesting that behind what was once the fortified manor house here, or castle, that behind it now is this Georgian building. Can't really see it from here, might be able to see it from somewhere else. So I wonder if that's all related. But this is a large area, and as Julia said, you've got the river, and it would have been a perfect place to settle and command from, I suppose.
No, we mustn't linger any longer, for we have a rendezvous in the town centre.
We've nipped down now into the town centre to meet up with Woody Jenny, and
my brother might have gone into that.
She's just having a quick chat with the lovely Julia. A bit nervous about being on video, but we sort of persuaded her. So we're going to go back, I think, towards the van, and then we'll probably have a proper chat. Here we are, we're in the van, and Woody Jenny has joined us.
Hi folks.
We are making a cup of coffee, and Jenny's brought some cakes, apparently, so we're all very excited about that.
There we go. It looks better than it probably tastes.
I'm sure it's very nice. Look at that, there we go. And how long have you been watching us?
Well, since about just under a year.
Oh, right.
Think.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah. It was at the beginning when I was just telling these guys that I put in a Google of people who explore in Wiltshire, which is my home county.
Yes.
And that's when the trouble started. I saw that Richard had been here in Calne. I have a friend here, so I thought, oh, I'm connected with that. And for some mad reason, I stayed with the output and followed it, and followed these two lovely ones ever since.
And it's so nice when we do meet people who we can put a face to a name, because very often, you know, the people are just either in the comments on YouTube or just on the text in the live show.
Yeah, just these tiny little profile pictures. That's all we could go by.
Yeah.
Brilliantly.
So you're having coffee, you're having tea, I'm having coffee, and we're just going to.
And we're all having some cake.
Yeah.
We had a good old natter with Woody Jenny and enjoyed her delicious cake, and a jolly time was spent in the van, relaxing and taking it easy. Later, we strolled into the heritage district of Calne, a lovely town in its own right and worth greater exploration on another visit. Woody Jenny wanted to show us her woody skills.
This is just to show Richard and Julia and you guys where I get me woody part of my name from.
Right, because you're Woody Jenny.
This is hand carved.
And you do it?
I do. My usual is a bowl, and
So skilled.
Really tactile.
Like, that is like, as you can imagine that being the branch, and you just slice it off and just go for it. You do the insides first because you've then got stuff to hold, and then you've got the insides carved out, and then you can do the round. Same principle with this. It would be that.
How long have you been doing the carving?
I started this about a decade ago.
Right.
This is part of just chatting with these guys that the services within mental health have been really cut back to non-existent, sadly. And this is one thing that I came across to be able to start to learn to do.
Yeah.
This is back in Marlborough.
Right.
And
in Marlborough.
we went up to a woods where we obviously had found the resources of the wood that we needed. These are mainly ash, and my stick here is hazel with linseed oil on.
It was wonderful to meet Woody Jenny and her terrific wood creations. Thanks for watching our videos and subscribing, Jenny. It is very much appreciated. But the afternoon slipped away and we soon had to say goodbye.
Right, well, we're back from our trip into Calne. It was lovely to see Woody Jenny. She showed us all her wonderful carvings and stuff, as you saw. Back home now, a bit disappointed with the weather. This is supposed to be August, and we've had every day's been a bit overcast and windy, but we've managed to survive and get out and do stuff. We've got 2 more days, full days, and then Friday we're coming back. So we've popped over to Tesco's and we said, what should we get? I think we're going to do a chili con carne tonight, which would be nice. Very much looking forward to that. I just looked at the rushes, so they look okay. You know me, could always do better. So yeah, we just had a cup of tea and a bit of a relax now, and we'll get cooking, and we'll probably sit down this evening and watch a film. Not quite sure what we're going to do, but we'll think of something. How's the dinner going, Julia?
Yes, the bulk of it is ready. The water is hot, ready for the rice, but not ready to put the rice on yet. Next, we need to do the tacos made from tortillas.
Oh yes, I was going to have a go at making them.
Yes. Oh, good one.
Pardon?
I'm eating with my mouth full, as Vobes would say.
Oh yes, stop eating with your mouth full. So what we do is we get these tortillas, we chop them up like that. Instead of filling them, we turn them into tacos, is that right?
Yeah, by frying them.
This is how I've made tacos. I think they're called tacos. Or are they already tacos? They're tortillas or tacos, and we make them.
They're currently tortillas.
Alright, they're currently. I'm being told by my director that they are currently tortillas, and they're going to be pig's ears by the time I finish with them. There we go. This is where I get on my bended knees and go, oh crikey.
It was a long time where I didn't get to see my brother.
Oh, I guess what I mean is it's just devoid of life.
Because it was a film set for the film War Horse.
Oh, wait a minute. Julia's found a way.